It's a pyramid.
Mm-hmm.
Pyramids are associated with the Illuminati, people. Come on, sheeple, get on board.
Hello, I'm Brandon,
I'm Keith.
and welcome back to a Tank Talk. Today we're all about the truth.
That's right. Whether it is true or not.
Yes, because today's episode, as you probably noticed by the title, is conspiracy.
Or maybe you don't read titles.
Because we put the in the title what we're talking about, right?
Do we?
Or do people just look at the thumbnail and think, oh, it must be about that?
I almost 100% of the time put the title in the thumbnail, but
Mm-hmm.
I'm starting to think about having a title, but then also putting something different in the thumbnail to catch people's eye.
I gotcha. Today, like I said, and like the title says, and like the thumbnail might say,
The word conspiracy is somewhere in there, I'll tell you that.
yes, we're talking about conspiracies. Conspiracy is defined as a secret plan by a group to do something unlawful or harmful.
Interesting that group is in the definition.
Yes.
I wouldn't have thought it had to be a group.
And then Catherine K. Young, who was someone important, because on Wikipedia her name is in blue, so she has a whole page.
There's a link. So
She says that every real conspiracy has at least 4 characteristic features. Groups, not isolated individuals. Illegal or sinister aims, not ones that would benefit society as a whole. Orchestrated acts, not a series of spontaneous and haphazard ones. And secret planning, not a public discussion. So that's what conspiracy is. Also, I found out that conspiracy theory is a derogatory.
Derogatory.
A bad term. Yes.
In what way?
4 things. Because it's just kind of mocks the idea that, like, here's your idea. Like, like saying there's a conspiracy is real, but saying there's a conspiracy theory, like if you said someone's a conspiracy theorist, then you would be like, it'd be like making fun of them, saying like, oh, what's the problem?
I don't believe that. If there's something that doesn't have proof, it's a theory.
I'm just saying that's what I saw online, is that is seen as a term.
Yeah, conspiracy theorists would find the term conspiracy theory to be derogatory, I'm sure.
Now, I thought about what makes conspiracy theories great. And what I came to is I think that it just comes from people want to know that, like, they want to know something that other people don't.
Right.
Or they want to think that they have a key that no one else has. Or that they're being lied to someone, and it makes them feel better to think that, like, they have this power.
I agree.
It's kind of like in movies where you look at, like, this one person can go and, like, take down the whole government, or this one person's what's standing in the way from all this disaster. Mm-hmm. And some of them can be pretty funny. Like, you look at, like, the lizard people, and you just think that, it's funny to think about.
It's not funny to people who know the truth.
Wouldn't know if their family's getting eaten by George W. Bush.
That happened to someone I know.
But then others are not so much. When you look at people like Alex Jones, who goes out and they talk about how all these school shootings are all fake. So then he starts mocking and making fun of parents who have lost their children and the children who were lost in the shootings.
Allegedly.
Yes.
Right. Allegedly lost.
So now, I started thinking about them. And I think that, a lot of times we think that they're all stupid. But I think if we took a giant list of conspiracy theories and we started going down it, there'd be a couple that you would see on there and you'd think, well, that's not a theory. That's right. Like, because I believe that. Yeah, like that's true.
So you're saying there's some theories that are built in that we already know. Right?
Yeah, I think that if you went through and gave someone a list, they'd be like, no, this is true. Like, on the way over here, I was listening to a podcast, and the guy was just going on and on about how it's true that there are books missing from the Bible, how lizard people are true, and it wasn't this. Those are
theory juxtaposed, like. Those are connected in some way?
He was saying those are the 2 he's into right now.
Okay. I thought you meant the lizard people had something to do with removing books. They stole books from the Bible.
Like, a couple of personal favorites of mine were the Amelia Earhart one. Mm-hmm. I just find it fascinating thinking what happened to her.
What really happened to that beautiful aviator?
Yeah, like what happened in that. Same with Flight 370. Like,
I remember that.
We were in school for about a week straight. Every day, I just stopped talking to friends, stopped going to class. I was just thinking, and that's kind of the thrill of it. I was thinking that I'm going to be the one that can solve all of this.
I can remember in the dorm room when Mia is here.
Mia has information to share.
It's a conspiracy. But I can remember whenever that happened and Flight 370 went missing, I can remember going to sleep and you were just rocking in a rocking chair.
Yeah.
And then whenever I woke up, there was like a murder wall and there was thread and lines and you were trying to figure out where that didn't really happen.
And now I think that like also there's a couple of other ones that I think that the idea of a conspiracy is placed in the wrong way. Like when I look at the JFK thing, I don't think that like there's a guy at the grassy knoll or that like there's this huge thing at the shooting, but then afterwards there's just all of these things about like what happened to his like brain or like different stuff that they're like the family stepped in or that the government stepped in and like changed this. So I don't look at that and think, oh, that's all a conspiracy. But it's just there's places where you look and think, oh, that's weird.
That's how a conspiracy is born, is a strange
coincidence.
coincidence.
But at the same time, it's stuff that makes sense because they've said that like that if people would have been able to see like the medical records or whatever, they would have seen all of these mental illnesses that he would have had. So stuff that I don't think for some sinister reason that they have like his brain on ice and they're gonna like one day find a candidate and put, no pun intended, and put like JFK's brain in that body
because he was a president.
I think
that was well done.
Like that makes sense.
Yeah, I'm not much of a conspiracy thinker. Mm-hmm. I'm definitely not a theorist. I wouldn't consider you a theorist, but you are someone who enjoys like researching it. And if I come across a nice documentary, I'll check it out. But I don't really try to seek out the conspiracies. That's why you have some on your list. Mm-hmm. I made it my mission to find one that I'd never heard of before that also piqued my interest. And so I'm going to tell you everyone about that here in a moment. Or now, if you'd like.
Yes, please.
Okay. Well, no, I didn't want to derail you.
Oh, no, I'm done with my list.
Oh, that's it?
Yes.
Okay. Well, you've heard a lot of conspiracies. But, Brandon, a lot of these things you mentioned, lizard people, books missing from the Bible, all of that seems very, very fanciful. Very, how could this happen? No way. I'm about to give you one here that there's no question that this event was a conspiracy orchestrated by none other than the Illuminati.
Okay.
None other than the Luciferic movement of the Illuminati and the New World Order. Mm-hmm. So let's begin. If you will go back with me to 2014, I believe is the year of the ALS Ice Bucket. I'm just trying to get our timer back. The year of the ALS Ice Bucket Challenge. Do you remember this?
Yes.
Did you ever take the challenge?
No.
I'll ask the viewer as well. Go back with us, return with us to 2014, the year of the Ice Bucket Challenge. You will remember that there was a charity type deal going on for the ALS Foundation or something, Lou Gehrig's disease, and the hit thing was you dump a bucket of ice water on your head and you challenge 3 other people to do it, and then if you do the challenge, you're getting out of donating money to the to the cause.
That's how it works in America.
It was kind of a convoluted thing. It was like either pay $100 to ALS or dump ice on your head and pay $10.
It's like if someone's house is on fire and you're like, I will keep you in my prayers.
Yeah, it's yes. It was kind of a weird thing, but it took the internet by storm. Yes. Everyone was doing it. Oprah did it. Mm-hmm. Start to see if you see a common thread. Oprah did it. Beyonce, George Bush, Jay-Z, Justin Bieber, Ellen DeGeneres. Did I say the president? Did I say Obama?
No.
You're right. I knew
he was involved in it.
I didn't say Barack Obama. I'll get there, though. So now, think about you're going to get lost, but trust me, it's real. Think about the way it trickles down. You have one person who dumps ice on their head. Then, if you follow the pyramid down, one person and then 3 more people, and then the 3 of those people each have 3 people, what shape does that form, Brandon?
A triangle.
A triangle is a 2-dimensional shape, which is exactly what this forms, but don't derail me. It forms a pyramid, the all-seeing eye of the Illuminati. Who are the Illuminati? Satan worshippers that rule our world, trying to start the New World Order. One world government, one world currency. It's in the book of Daniel. If you read. If you read deep in. So that's my first evidence. It's a pyramid. Pyramids are associated with the Illuminati, people. Come on, sheeple, get on board. Okay, so now I'm gonna add an effect. Not an effect. I'm gonna put a picture up. I hope. But imagine that. See, this is what this woman's argument is on Facebook, and not Facebook, on some website, and I believe her. She says, "What does the ice bucket challenge resemble? Baptism." That is what it resembles. If you will look at this picture that I'm going to show, hopefully comparing a painting of Jesus baptizing John, and someone getting the ice bucket challenge, you will see very, very stark similarities. In the painting of Jesus, he's holding a bucket of a reservoir of water and dumping it on a disciple's head. Mm-hmm. In the picture of the ice bucket challenge, there is a friend dumping water on his friend's head. It looks exactly the same. Another mark is baptism, but obviously not a Christ-like baptism, not a baptism into Christianity, but no, a baptism into the Illuminati. Satanists. All right, not only this, I'm not sure exactly how this builds into the conspiracy, but there is symbolism here. Mm-hmm. Bill Gates, the lady who I watched the video, 43 minutes of video today, she was very concerned with how Bill Gates built his own contraption. She called it a little fort. Built his own contraption to administer the ice bucket challenge to himself. It was 4 poles, as many structures are constructed of, suspending a bucket above his head, which he turned on himself. What does this fort look like? Something with 2 sides and a top? The Temple of Solomon. I don't know how that works. I don't know what Bill Gates is trying to say, but he is showing us the Temple of Solomon. I'll try to put a picture of what Bill Gates made too, and then the picture that she compares it to, the Temple of Solomon. It also resembles this. It has 2 sides and a top. Illuminati, Brandon. Okay, and finally, Oprah, the queen bee herself, did the ice bucket challenge, and she challenged lots of people to do it with her. Well, how did she begin her ice bucket challenge video? She said, "In the name of ALS." What do most people in Christendom say? They say, "In the name of Jesus." Anytime you say "in the name of," it means you're worshiping whatever it is in the name of. She says, "In the name of ALS." Now, it's weird to say. ALS is a string of words that's very scientific. It names Lou Gehrig's disease. I know we're going a little bit over time, but boy, this is good stuff. But the woman on the video thought, well, could ALS mean something else? Could Oprah Winfrey, the queen bee of the Illuminati herself, the Luciferic movement, be meaning something else with ALS?
I'm guessing it did.
How could it mean anything else? She was saying, in the name of Antichrist, Lucifer, Satan. You can't make this stuff up. ALS, Antichrist, Lucifer, Satan is not bad enough for this disease. It's the evil one himself. Now, this is where we get back to Barack Obama. Praise God he's out of office, because once I read this, boy, oh boy, he was bad. He was bad news, because you will find that Barack Obama did not do the ice bucket challenge. Why not? Could it be that all of these people were baptizing themselves to Barack Obama? He did not feel the need to do the ALS challenge because he was the focal point of it? That is what. I'll tell you this. Anyone who did the ice bucket challenge baptized themselves unto Satan, and they are in trouble. They are now in the Illuminati, and they probably go to weekly meetings, and you cannot trust anyone who did the ice bucket challenge in 2014.
If this was a Facebook Live, this is where you'd see all the like symbols start hitting there,
and some angry ones of sane people who are watching.
I don't know his name, but probably about a month or 2 ago, I was listening to a podcast, and the guy who came up with the idea for the lizard, is either the guy who came up with it, or the guy who's now in charge of finding these people. Mm-hmm. He argued that Hillary Clinton and Barack Obama and the Bushes, they're all lizard people, but Donald Trump is not a lizard person, but he doesn't know where Trump's allegiances lie. So he doesn't know if Trump is on the team, the side of the lizards, or if he's sticking to humanity.
Let's pray he sticks with the humanity.
And I feel with most conspiracies, you have to give up a little bit on on truth. Like there's some you just have to say, well, you know what? If this isn't true, then my theory could be correct.
Right.
But then there's others that you just have to start going through. Like when I was listening to JFK thing, and they were talking about these different, like all of the reasons why it was this huge cover up. I was like, no, that didn't happen. You're like that happened after this.
Right.
And so it does that hurts your argument. Then you think, nope, you're missing this part, you're missing that. Like you have to forget all these things. It's just like 9/11. You've got to forget all of these things, and then that's when people start sitting there and speaking, and they'll say, I've never even read an article on the way airplanes are, or like about Al-Qaeda or Bin Laden or anything, but I'm still an expert.
Of course.
Like nonetheless, because I read another article about like why all of this is a lie. But I think to end, I wanted to bring up a couple of theories that have been really publicized by Alex Jones. And if you don't know Alex Jones, then you're probably hiding under a rock. Because Alex Jones has become the guy that, if you are on the far right, he is the man who is speaking truth. And he is willing to die for that truth. And if you're not on the far right, you hate him because of the way he lives his life.
If you're even 1 degree to the left from the far right, you probably don't believe what he's...
Like, even if you're on the verge of far right, you're like, whoa, Alex.
Yeah,
settle down.
Alex Jones is the last sip of conservative Kool-Aid.
Now, I wanted to throw out my top 4 favorites. Because it's all a bunch of things, but these, I don't want silly Keith. I don't want funny Keith. I just want straight... original Keith Millender offering.
That what I was doing earlier with that conspiracy theory was not the real me?
Oh no, I don't want you feeling like when I tell you these ideas that you have to think, God, that's stupid. But I don't. I need to be calm. Right. Some of these, remember, all of these are things that he has pushed, and he has a huge following of people who sit there and say, "Yep, this is truth."
Of course.
The first one.
I don't think anyone's still watching anyway. They usually click away after 1 minute, so let's hit them with it.
The first one is that the government is right now experimenting with animal-human hybrids.
Animal-human hybrids.
The government...
We're trying to make a race to combat lizard people.
Yes.
I think it's a smart move.
The second one is Barack Obama is just so obsessed.
Do we know what kind of hybrids?
No, it's just animal hybrids.
Okay.
Barack Obama is married to Michelle Obama, which is known. But Michelle Obama is a man because Barack Obama is so obsessed with transgendered people that he had to marry one.
I don't think that's... I mean, if she is a man, she is a beautiful man. I mean, Michelle Obama is a beautiful lady. It's like... Nope, that'd be mean.
At that point, you're going to have every conservative hate you, then every liberal saying, oh... So Michelle Obama's a English bulldog?
No, I'm just saying Mia is beautiful.
The government can control the weather. Is another one.
When I was looking at theories, I thought, well, mine said Obama can control the weather.
That's even better.
Which I thought was cooler, but I don't think. I mean, I don't know how to respond to that. I feel like it could be possible. But.
And then the final one is that there is a fetus flavored Pepsi. Not like his thing is that it is common knowledge that right now that Pepsi uses babies to make their drink.
What about Coke?
But Coke doesn't.
Of course.
But Pepsi is using them, but Pepsi is soon going to market one that is
fetus
flavored.
He believes that...
Yes, and there are thousands of people that back him up saying... That's why they're not going to drink Pepsi. Pepsi needs to be shut down. They are actively trying to hurt Pepsi. Not because they think, Pepsi's doing this to the environment.
Could you imagine being in the boardroom at Pepsi company and having someone like, what do we got to deal with today, Johnson? Be like, well, we've got protesters outside saying that we put baby in our Pepsi. We've got to do some PR with that. I'm like, you don't have the resources to attack something like that because you never thought it would happen.
And I think that's just when you get to the point where it's something like that, then you're ignoring all of this truth and all of these obvious reasons why that cannot be true.
Right.
Just because you want the satisfaction of, I know something you don't know.
But Brandon, a lot of Americans, as we wrap up this video, a lot of being an American is denying the truth. A lot of it, not all of it. For some of us, at least, unless you have more. There are no more Alex Jones theories.
No.
Certainly there are more, but we certainly don't have the time today to get into the lizard people and how Hillary Clinton a lizard woman who eats children, and it's really, she probably works for Pepsi too.
Mm-hmm.
We hope you've enjoyed this dive deep into the conspiracy theories. Remember that if you ever did the ALS Ice Bucket Challenge, you are now a member of the Illuminati.
And you follow Obama.
And you follow Obama as your Antichrist, Lucifer Satan.
Mm-hmm.
Also remember that there's baby in Pepsi, so don't drink that. Brendan, do you have anything else for us before we leave? Fun fact, maybe?
Yes. If you bang your head on a wall for an hour, you will burn 150 calories.
All right. Well, let's get to banging.
So you will get rid of that.